Hey, what are you doing, people? Welcome to hockey. Yep, I've been slacking. My apologies. I'm up here in a bird's nest, if you will. We got an elevated spot, not really designed for camera work and the video, but we've commandeered this spot so we can bring you a game. So we are welcoming you to Indianapolis, Fisher's Indianapolis, as a matter of fact. So game number one on the 3-game set for today and tomorrow. Playing the Indiana Elite in the black and red over on the far side. And we have this really cool view up here. And I've got company because they got a camera right here. But he doesn't talk. He just broadcasts the game. So we may have some of their folks watching the game as well. So welcome to the opposition's broadcast. So we are set about 25 seconds on the clock here, and we will bring you the starting 5. And I'll tell you the biggest secret of all, who's in the net. Hope everybody's doing well on this Friday evening. It is a bone chilling. Actually, it's been pretty good. It was got to about 30 degrees. And it's actually warmer inside than it was outside. So that's kind of nice. And there's your buzzer. We're going to get underway here. McLean, Towery. What's up, buddy? How are you? Good, how are you? I know, right? You had to get your trade up back in sync so I could catch up and say, hey. Final word over here from the boys. The bigger final word comes from the bench with Coach, but final little pump up and we'll get underway. So pretty strong club. And they're getting sticks up in the air, getting ready to go on their end. So it is nice because it's actually warmer inside the rink. So I'm quite comfortable for a change. Let's see, what do we got? We got Jonesy, number 1. Leighton Jones in the pipes. There he is. You're kind of crooked. I'm trying to straighten that out. That's not really working out in my favor. Setting the table for you, kicking things off. We're going to see Max Ronayne at center ice, number 16. He's on the line with Loesch and Gorzica. Simpson and Regal on the blue line. Regal playing defense today. Coach mixing it up a little bit. We've got some injuries. We'll tell you about when the boys stop banging sticks, and we are underway. Indiana draws with the puck. And a quick offsides, and a stick loss, and a face-off again over on the neutral zone dot in front of the Preds bench. We're missing Xander Kennedy. Hope Xander's doing well. He's healing a collarbone break from Detroit, so I'm sure he would much rather be here than be at home going to school every day, but there we have it. So zoom that back out a little bit. Indiana gets it, takes it in, walks to the net, shoots, pad save. Jonesy, right side, back behind the net, picked up by Gorzica. Rimmed over to Regal. He gets pounded into the glass and dumped in by Ronayne. Brings the line change for the Preds. Let's see who we got. We got Heyman. He's joined by Towery and Carney. Hustling down his Fitz into the corner. On comes Sisti. So Sisti, Owen, Heyman, and Colin Fitz with a quick feed from the wing. Couldn't handle the pass, deflected off his stick. Out in the neutral zone, dumped in by at the red line by Carney. Sisti hustling in. Over is Heyman. He bodies up to the wall. Puck is cleared. Now it's a foot race. One-on-one. Backhand, forehand. Nice job by Jonesy. He covers up. We got to tighten up that D right there. We let him sneak by on a little bit of a break on a stretch pass by Indiana. So that brings us a face-off at the near dot. Just to the left. Davis comes in. He's got Ackright and Graham. We got two others. I can't see numbers. Looks like he's got Howie and Minnie. Graham with it. Now Davis back behind the net. Over to Minnie. Minnie carries it across. Pressured early by Indiana. I can see they're going to bring some strong play in the offensive zone. We're going to have to toughen up. Indiana's ranked 31st in the country. Preds are ranked 58th. Respectable all the way around. Rankings don't mean a ton. They just help you gauge where you're at in my book. Fitzy in the corner, or Howie in the corner. He gets it out to Loesch. Loesch fires a shot down in front. Hits pad. Picked up by Graham. Graham, he fanned on a secondary shot. Save kept in by Ackright. Dumped into the corner for Sisti. Out to the blue line. Indiana tries to clear, hits the ref. Picked up by Loesch at the blue line. He moves it forward. Finds Sisti. Sisti freezes at the blue line. Cuts, moves left and right. Now over to Farragut. Back to Sisti in the corner. Now to Farragut, back behind the net. Battles with Sisti, out to the blue line. Towery, he looks, saves it, keeps it. Loose puck in front, put it on net. Pad save by Indiana. Sisti steals it, puts it in the corner, cuts it back. Looks to the blue line, gets it out to the top. Oh, lost it. Carney, damn it. Lost her feet. Back comes Towery, 2-on-1. Shot goes wide of Jonesy to the left. Loose puck picked up by Ronayne. He comes on. He's got somebody trailing. He dumps and chases. On comes Reg. He dives into the corner. Back comes Graham and Minnie. Gorzica blew a tire. Hustling back. Graham tied up at the wall. Now to Gorzica. He sends it across ice. Tried to connect with Regal. The Reg coming across the middle. And we have offside. Rather, icing. So 13:15 on the clock. We're playing 17-minute periods. We've got zeros on the boards, and we got a face-off to the right of Indiana's goalie. Stepping in for the face-off is Heyman. Actually, that is not Heyman. That is Ronayne. Ronayne with the draw. Picked up by Indiana. Over the blue line. Trip on his own 2 feet. Moved back out of the zone. In front of the Preds bench. Over to Reg. And comes Minnie to help. Ronayne. Now in the corner, Graham. He wears the glass. Carried to the near side. Over to Gorzica. He chips it out. Tipped by Indiana, so icing is waved. Line change for the Preds. On comes Loesch and Heyman. Now Loesch in the middle. Lost the puck in the center. Picked up by Simpson. He cuts it up the wall. Tries to move it up the middle. Hits Indiana's D. Back and forth Sisti in front of the penalty box for the Preds. Owen gives a little love tap to Indiana. Indiana puts it on net. Off the right pad into the corner. Nice little hit there by Heyman. Gets her elbow back. They got a 2-on-2 going the other way. Sisti gets upended, keeps it, finds Fitzy. Fitzy cuts to the middle, goes to the net. Back pick. Good defensive play. Sisti comes across to the backhand, moves it to the blue line out of the zone, and picked up and reset by Towery. Back over to Carney. Up the far wall to Davis. He gets a piece of it. He tipped it, and the ref called it icing is the call at 11:48 on the clock. First period. Did I get anything wrong yet?
Doing great.
I'm reloading. I get better as I go. Davis on the draw. Pins and knocks a stick out of the centerman's hands. Wrapped to the near boards. Up to Ackright. Ackright just missed a big hit right there. I see what you mean by the numbers. I can't.
Yeah,
your
can't
son's
tell the
4?
difference.
8. Can't tell one from the other in the numbers.
It makes it tough for these black jerseys.
Yeah, even on the red ones, I can imagine. Man down behind the net. Picked up in the corner. Davis, he comes in, spins. He looks for help. Tries to get it to Ackright. Out to the middle, tipped away by Carney. He cuts back to the red line. Wipe out at center ice. Now over to Towery. He skates it up. Tipped in by Ackright. That'll bring a line change for 2. Towery and Ackright will come off. On will come Farragut and Graham. Pretty even exchange there. While Indiana moves the puck up. At the blue line, Indiana dumps it in. We've started to find our legs a little bit here. A little rough on the giddy up, but I think the boys are starting to kind of lock in a little bit. So what that means is moving the puck out of the zone and getting opportunities at the other end. High shot, wide right. Near boards, Farragut bangs it out. Big hit by Heyman. Oh, big upend by Farragut, and we got a double whammy. I think that was an accidental collision by both. I think they turned at the same time and didn't see one another, and boom. Somebody got rocked a little harder than the other, but hopefully he'll be all right. Anybody getting hurt out there. Saw that in the NHL the other day. 2 guys turned at the same time and just, oh, pow. I was like, oh, that had to hurt. Coach coming out, check on the player. Hopefully he'll be okay. He's on his feet, skates off. Coach is like, dude, where are you going? So he's gone to the bench. We have line change. So we got Ronayne. He'll take the face off to the left of Jonesy. He's out with Simpson, Regal, Loesch, and Gorsica. Ronayne on some fresh cut skates. Jamie, if you're listening, those skates were horrible. So good call on getting them cleaned up. The sand on the outside rink, not doing those blades any good. But gotta have practice. Reg in for the face-off. Ronayne was removed. Both of the guys were removed. Reg keeps it. Gets it back, kicks it back to the ref. Ref kicks it over to Simpson. He moves it up to Gorsica. Ronayne carries it out of the zone. It's got to be those fine skates. Smooth edges. Cutting the ice. Nice play by Loesch on the D side. Shot goes wide of the net. Hits off of the backside of the net. Moved up to Simpson. He takes it to the corner. Now gets it back. Moves it to Loesch. Loesch got overskated. Simpson works. In comes Reg. Reg with the backhand. Up ice. Gets it to Gorsica. Taken back by Indiana. Gotta get out of the zone, boys. Don't just whack it. At least you hit a duffer. That's good. Otherwise, it would have been icing. It's the thing that drives me nuts, folks. We turn and just throw the puck down ice instead of looking. Especially when we got space. Tipped puck, stays alive. Looked like it was going to hit the net, but stays live, goes into the zone, and then back out. Dumped in by Indiana, picked up by Minnie. Out to the middle. Oh, shot goes wide right. Looked like it was going right through the 5-hole from this angle. Indiana moves it back into their D zone, resets, tips it into the O zone. In comes Minnie. He meets company behind the net. Nice pickup by Simpson behind the net to intercept. Big old flopper goes to the wall, gets knocked down with a high stick, no whistle. Play continues. Moved up the wall by Fitz. He tries to tip it to Sisti. Sisti lost an edge, went down at center ice. Graham will pick it up behind the net. He looks up ice, 8:23 on the clock, zeros on the board. Probably pretty even on the shots. I'd say overall, we've only been like 3 or 4 true shots on net. Shot goes high, breakaway. We're getting, Indiana's breaking through the D. We got to tighten up the D. It's been a ongoing issue. Guys slipping by the D at the blue line and getting clear ice. We got to tighten that up. Paddle save there by her kick away by Jonesy, not really a save. Towery steps up. Deflected in the corner, Carney. He gets upended, finds Fitz. Fitz tries to send it across. Sisti's going off, so nobody there to pick up the puck. On comes Howie with Davis. And Carney with Ackright. Davis got upended. Picks up the lumber that fell out of his hands. And the face-off. Nope. Davis is going in the penalty box. Oh, no, he's not. I thought somebody was going in the penalty box. What the hell was the whistle for? What did he whistle?
He called a hook.
On who?
On you guys.
Oh, must be Jax then.
There's no going in, so.
Well, that's what. Well, Jax went down at the wall, lost his stick. But who the hell's the hook on?
We'll see here shortly.
That's Jax. Jax is going. They got him for a hook, but he's the one that went down. I don't understand. He's had a few penalties here in the last few games. A couple of them I disagree with. I didn't see that one, so I couldn't tell you right, wrong, or indifferent. But number 14, old guy, your grandkid's in the box. Little criminal. Can you send bail money? Get him out early. So 2 minutes. We're doing 2-minute power plays, power kills, and penalty kills, and all that good stuff. So 2 minutes on the penalty kill for the Preds. Carney, Towery, Halter, Farragut will kick off the 2 minutes. Indiana brings it in, takes it up the far wall, puts the brakes on. They'll set the table for a power play. Nice push by Ian. He gets it out of the zone. Offsides is the call. Nice job by Farragut. Steps up, clears the zone. Catches Indiana on an offsides, and we'll have a face-off in the neutral zone. 7 minutes, almost even on the clock. Number 14 sits in the sin bin. Almost looks like he should be sitting in one of those, drop them in the water. Howard, nice face-off, draws it back to Indiana, but strong push by Minnie, gets it to Graham. Graham rims it high off of the wall over the rail and gets it out of zone. That'll bring in icing, and we'll have a face-off on the left side of Jonesy. It's a balmy, probably 32 degrees outside, and it's probably about 38 inside, so it's warmer where we are. I stood out there for 2 hours doing skates. I'm like, it's kind of cold now. You guys can have that Indiana weather. Minnie banging away behind the net, helped by Graham. Indiana tries to set it up high and low, works to the slot, now low to the corner. Back to the slot, out to the point. Shot in front, knocked down. Big knockdown by the D, and cleared by Howard. And that's shuffleboarded down just shy of holding up to the goal line. So we'll have an icing. We gotta learn how to feather that touch. Just lift the puck enough to get it down the other end, but come up short of the baseline so the clock keeps ticking. In comes Farragut. We got 47 seconds left in the penalty kill. Indiana loses the handle at the blue line. They'll have to reset. Farragut, Halter, Loesch, Simpson. So far, good job by the boys, keeping Indiana off balance in the D zone. Nice pickup right there by Simpson. Stands his man up, puts him down on his backside. Good hockey play. Good to see. Doesn't take much. All you gotta do is get in front of him, let the momentum take care of the hit. On the short wall, back to the low side, back to the slot, far side slot. Shot goes wide, loose in front. Oh, backside's wide open, boys. You gotta bounce over to back to the post. Dang it. One guy watching, the other guy kind of watching. So backside's wide open. What are you gonna do? That's our Achilles heel. You tell the boys that.
Goalies. Yeah. But can't make the change that fast.
No, you just can't get from right to left, left to right. And you got a 6 foot wide net. A lot of real estate. Yep. So 1-0 on the power play by Indiana. Unfortunate to have a coach here filming the game for Indiana. He's not commentating, but just filming the game, and it's good to get some hockey perspective from somebody who knows the game better than I do. I'm a baseball guy. Red line play. Fitzy tips it forward, gets it to Heyman. He gets popped at the blue line, holds the blue line. Sissy takes it in. Indiana steals it in the middle. Back to Towery. He sends it high off the glass, gloved by Indiana's D. Back of the blue line. Heyman at his feet, spins around. Couldn't quite find the handle on it. Tipped out of play. Nice pickup by Heyman at the wall on the far side. He's helped by Carney and Fitz. Carney behind the net. Works through the D. Backhands it off the glass. Moves it to Sistis. Cross ice. Overshoots Heyman. That'll be icing unless they wave it off, which they did. Changing of the guard. Gorsica comes in, gets a piece of it, but a little too deep, and we're offsides.
By the way, do you want one? After your mixed house guy?
Yeah, I'll give it a taste. Thank you. Cool. These
used to be there.
They're kind of weird. It's like last time I tried one of those, I was like, whoa.
These ones are good. These are not bad.
No, I can already tell just the.
Yeah, it's not a huge hit.
Yeah. That was what it was. It was just too much. Back comes Indiana. Back in the net. Big hit there by Minnie. Pulls his man off the net, or off the puck. Graham battles behind net. Loose in the corner, Gorsica. Finds Graham back behind the net, takes it off the wall, all the way up ice. That's on the roll, and waved off, so it must have been tipped. 3:55 on the clock, 1-0 Indiana up on the Preds. Preds working to force some action down the other way. I think Indiana's got the shots up, shots on goal, probably by a good 3 or 4 count maybe. I should ask Biddy. She's probably keeping track. Oh, speaking of Biddy, I see her. There you go. We'll give Biddy some screen time. There she is. I'll put my finger right on her. She's right there. And back to the action. Goalie parents, you got to give them some credit where credit's due. That's a tough life to live. Davis. He's back on the ice, bounced off the wall, moves the puck up forward, gets it to Ackright. Now Davis digs into the corner, over to the far side. Indiana brings it up, crosses the red line, looks to dump it in. Carney gets hit, high shot, goes off the right shoulder of Jonesy. Now under the near corner, Davis will pick it up, chips it high off the glass, doesn't clear the zone, over to Ackright. Ackright's out of your screen, shot in front, pad save. Jonesy with a nice V stop, brings the top of his pads together and creates a V. Davis steals the puck, moves it up to Ackright. He moves it to the middle, crosses over, lifted out of the zone. That'll be played by Indiana in the D zone. Line change for the Preds. Out to the blue line, Indiana. 2:16 on the clock. They go around to the far side. Look to set it up, spin it back, shoots wide. Actually wide in front of the net. Farragut near wall. Sisti on a stick battle. Nice job by Halter. He comes in, moves it forward. We're getting out of the zone, but we're not picking it up and moving right now. In the middle, blocker save, Jonesy. Puck to the wall. Now on the near boards, Farragut was looking for a backhand, but the puck got slowed up, so he had to throw a forehand and sends it down ice, and that brings icing. Face off to the left of Jonesy. Got a minute and 34 on the clock. 1-0, Indiana up on the Preds. Early in the first period. Feels so tropical in here. I feel like I should be wearing Bermuda shorts and sunglasses.
The thing too is it probably dropped 10 degrees over the last week. So
Oh, I know.
I guess it was the right time to do it.
It was 18 degrees when I got here a couple days ago. Being a Montana boy, I had wintertime blood. I don't have it anymore. I'm a Georgia guy now, so I got all that southern blood. I'm soft. Gorzica behind the net. Sends it up to Reg. Reg tries to bang it through Indiana. They steal it back. Cycle it to the far side. Nice cover by Jonesy. It's a good read in that shooting zone. That brings the face off to his right. And a line change for Preds. Heyman will step in for the draw, number 24. Got Fitz and Sisti. Looks like Loesch and Simpson. Yes, the camera's a little crooked, but I'm not changing it. Shot blocked in front. From the blue line by Indiana. They control it behind the net. Shot. Nice cover by Jonesy. He left the left side open on the pipe a little bit, but he wore it off his left shoulder and it went down between the pads from what I can see here, and he kind of just sat on it like a chicken on an egg. Heyman steps in for the draw, left to Jonesy. Heyman's a right-handed stick. He draws it forward, flips it back. Loesch gathers, sends it over to Fitz. Fitz tries to backhand it out of the zone, barely got it across the blue line. Indiana providing what would be a full court press, if you will, if this were basketball, meeting us at the blue line and making it a real challenge to get it out of the zone. So we'll have a face-off to the right of Jonesy. 48 seconds left here in the first period. 1-0, Davis will take the drop. Number 14, left-handed shot and stick. Simpson takes it off the glass, kind of hits flat. Didn't wrap. Nice poke away by Loesch. He's got room to skate. We got a 3-on-2 going the other way. We got opportunity. Can we capitalize? And we're offsides. Ugh. Offsides killer. Had a 3-on-2 going the other way. Face off in the neutral zone in front of Indiana's bench. Davis draws, moves it forward to the blue line, taken by Indiana. They move up. Dumped into the corner. Nice pick up there by Howard. He moves it up the wall, sends it hard off the wall, back behind the net. That wraps for 15 seconds, brings on fresh legs. 24, 93, and 39. That's Towery, Carney. Back right. There you have it, folks. The buzzer has sounded. The first period has ended, and we are 1-0 Indiana up on the Preds. Back in 60 seconds. All right, I'm back. Can't fire me because I don't get paid. Face-off draw led to a quick whistle. And we'll have another neutral zone draw over in front of the Preds bench. Period number 2. In case you're just joining, Indiana up on the Preds by 1. Heyman, Sisti, Gorzica, joined by Towery and Carney on D. Ref has a little issue, takes it over to the Indiana coach's bench, has a conversation, don't know what it's about. Oh, I just realized we got 3 officials.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah. I picked up on it first thing. I was like, hang on a second here.
Is that
It's not
normal for you guys? No.
Some tournaments, but
Yeah.
well, 99% no.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I like it myself, but get him, JP, get him. I don't think this ref could win right now. He's arguing with both coaches. Well, that's settled. Still a neutral zone face-off. If I was the ref, I'd be like, just drop it in the middle and we'll start over. And somebody's in early, trying to creep in.
Not sure why we're having conversations with every puck drop.
I know, right? Just drop the damn puck and let's play hockey. In comes Sisti. Offsides are the Preds. So very choppy. It's 15 seconds into the second period. We've had 3 whistles and 3 face-offs. Heyman will take the face-off on the near dot. Draw was won by Indiana, but chipped over to the Preds. Now dumped in by Indiana into the D zone. They try to move it to the corner. Gathered in the corner is Carney, and shot goes wide just left of Jonesy. Indiana bringing some pressure here quickly in the second period. At the blue line, now in front, loose, shot, blocker save. Kicked out to the near wall, sent across ice to Fitzy. He keeps it in off the shin pad, nice job. Sisti will come in behind the net. He's got help on the wing by Heyman. Now loose at the near boards, moved back out by Indiana. Down into the corner goes Minnie. Puts the brakes on, turns it up the wall. Moves it up to Sisti, now up to, Sisti still has it, skates it across, gets it across the blue line, chips it in the corner. Picked up by Fitz, now taken away by Indiana. They turn it back the other way. Cross ice, Reg came across, tries to disrupt. Dump goes wide behind the net, picked up by Graham. He cycles it up to Carney. Nice hit there by Heyman. Cross ice to Minnie. Minnie chips it forward, picked up Reg. Lost an edge at the blue line. There's a barrel roll across the blue line. Picked up Gorzica. He shoots, deflected behind the net. Indiana turns it back up ice. Graham and Minnie on D. And offsides is the call. So yeah, I did not pick up on the fact. What's that?
Offside seems a little tight.
Yeah, it was. I'm like, let them play. What kills me is when they call the offsides, but the ref's trailing. How do you know? And if it's that close?
Intuition.
Yep, let them play. Face off, neutral zone. Ronay. Won by Indiana. Wrapped around the corner to the near side into the corner. Picked up by Loesch, number 8. He brings it around, skates it up, sends it up ice, tipped. Up to Reg, now tipped back to Ronay. He comes over, finds the slot, puts it on net. Stick save cover by Indiana on the short side. So we'll have a face off to the left of Indiana's goalie. 14:33 remaining in the second period. Heyman will slide in for the draw. Joined by Halter, Farragut. Halter steps in, tries to get a piece of it. Taken by Indiana, moved over to Halter, now in the corner. Picked up by Indiana. Now it's a back and forth battle. Nice stick work there by Halter. He wears a couple, but he's a big boy. He can take the hits and not move. Back the other way. Oh, one-on-one on a fall down. Jonesy with the pad save, kicks it to the corner. Tire blowout by Indiana. They had a chance to get to the puck. Nice save by Jonesy. Up to Farragut. We could, just had a 2-on-2 going almost for a sec, but it was like a scrambled egg out there. Didn't really get our footing. And we got a whistle. The hell did they whistle? I don't know. It was legit in the zone.
Well, it had to have been.
Now it's back down on our end.
Did it hit off someone on the bench?
I didn't see it. I didn't think it went over by the zone or over by the bench. Center ice will be the drop, it looks like. I think they blew the whistle, but they didn't know what the whistle was for. They just blew it. Simple enough. Center ice draw. Davis, Howard, Ackright. Paraphernalia on the ice. Looks like a piece of mouthpiece. Davis looks, draws it back. Gets it to Carney. Carney gets it across the red line. A roller over the blue line into the short boards. Picked up by Indiana, cut back. Out to Carney, he waits, sends it down into the corner. High off the glass, Indiana gathers. Ackright steps in, gets a piece of it. Tipped into the middle. Opportunity right there. We got a one-on-one going back the other way. Nice pickup on D. Who is that? Towery. Towery came in huge right there. Got a piece of the puck. Davis gives chase. Sent down ice by Indiana, and icing will be the call. So I'll face off to the right of Indiana's goalie at 13 minutes on the clock. Second period, still 1-0. Indiana up on the Preds. Heyman, Fitz, Sisti, Graham, and Minnie. Heyman draws. Puck is loose, anybody's puck. I'll give that a draw. Into the corner, back behind the net. Heyman gives chase. Now Fitz. He looks. Oh, lost his edge. Boys are tripping up on the ice. Indiana pressing. They got ahead of us. Nice little tip away there on retreat. I don't know who that was. Looks like Fitz. Fitz got a piece of it. He's great at knocking pucks down out of the air. I don't know how he does it. Loose puck in front, knocked down. Shot blocked. Now in front of Jonesy, he gets a glove on it. Nice read by Jonesy. Loose puck in front of him. Line change coming for the Preds. And it looks like Indiana as well. So lines are changing. We'll have Ronayne come out to take the draw with Loesch. Looks like Graham, Regal, and Gorzica. Indiana falling down. Looks like everybody's having the same issue, just tripping up on the ice. Oh, nice little pick up there. Reg, he's got the slot, centers it. Oh, great shot! That was pretty. That was pretty. Nice read by 92. He finds the trailer. Simpson. Simpson came across. Was he on the left side of the pipe trying to come across the creek? Yeah. I think the goalie was on the left post. Tried to get over to the right side, but a nice pass by 92. Finds Simpson. He's got enough on it. Looks like he found a 5-hole, I think. Knocks us up at 1 apiece. Nice trip right there, no whistle. That was very clear to be a trip. Indiana sends it into the corner, picked up by number 8, Loesch. Moves it to Gorzica. Now Sisti, back to Gorzica. Gorzica sends it across ice. Finds 92. Reg, he brings it across. Fans on it. Couldn't see it because I'm zoomed in, so I got to get you back out a little bit. Centering pass goes wide of Indiana's trailing skater. Nice little chip in by Indiana, hits the ref. He kind of flinches, and that turned into a little bonus for us. Halter gets a break, cuts to the, oh, big hit. Easton tried to cut it back, just had a collision. Oh, shot just deflected wide. Sisti picks it up in the corner, cycles it out. Boy's got some juice. Carney shoots high. Attaboy, Carney. Carney with a nice shot on net. Goalie up, wears it off the chest protector, and gloves it. Halter had a nice little opportunity. He tried to cut it back, and just happened to be a big body waiting for him. That's a big body to take Easton. He's a strong, solid kid, yeah. So, whoever your guy was, he's going to feel that later. Breakaway going the other way. Indiana comes to Jonesy. Jonesy with a big save off the blocker or the pad. I can't tell which, but stood it up. Kept it out of the net on the breakaway. Halter, far side. Heyman gets to the corner, wears the boards. Sisti comes in, steals it. Cuts to the middle. He's got 4 guys on him. Out to Carney. Carney keeps it, gets it to Sisti. Sisti almost got it. Nice keep by Towery. Towery looks, loads, kind of fanned on it. Ties up his man at the blue line. Indiana gets it free. Towery stays with it. Attaboy. Attaboy, Willie. Way to stay on it. Wrapped to the near boards. Moved up, chipped high. Into the zone. Sisti hustles in. Steals it back. Goes back behind the net. Indiana. Nice wraparound. Sisti. He finds the back of the net on the wraparound. Sneaks it by the goalie's right skate. Just past the skate and the post on the right side. Sisti, number 12, unassisted with a nice, nifty little move back behind the net. Makes it 2-1. Good pressure by the Preds here early in the second period. We got 9:56 on the clock. 2-1 now. Davis at the center. He's got Howard and Ackright. Davis draws, ties up, pins. Howard skates through, steals it. Gets it back to Davis, now to Ackright. Now lifted into the zone by Howard. He'll come off the ice. Davis gives chase, puts the brakes on, finds Ackright. Ackright spun out. Cross ice pass, Indiana. They move it up to the left side. Cut in. Shot goes wide and wraps to the blue line. Over to Ackright. He flips it out of the zone. He finds Howard. Howard's got one. Find the backhand. He tries to find Davis. Break into the net. Howard and Davis working in tandem. Ooh, big hit right there by Howard. Fitzy. No, Howard. Howard throws a little floater into the neutral zone. Clears the space. Davis works through traffic. Taken back by Indiana. Dumped into the zone. Graham hustles over. Tries to tie his man up. Jonesy gets a paddle on it. Kicks it to the corner. Now move to the far side. Reg. Boys are bringing up the tempo a little bit. Flipped in by Minnie. And a whistle. Cross check.
On who?
I don't know. Looks like it's going to be on 14 for you. 24. Oh, 70? Yep. Cross check on Indiana, folks. So Preds will be on a power play for 2 minutes. Face-off will be to the left of Indiana's goaltender. It'll be Heyman, Fitz, and Sisti with Loesch and Simpson. discussions being had over there at the Indiana bench with the ref. He skates back into the play, and we'll have a face-off draw right in front of you here. Heyman draws it, wins it, gets it to Simpson. He takes it low, sends it across ice. Nobody home. Loesch to the corner to Sisti. Sisti cuts back. Fitz comes in to help. Takes it, cuts it back. Nice work by Fitzy. Finds it to Sisti. Simpson lost it at the blue line. Forces a reset. Heyman takes it in, crosses the blue line, takes it to the corner, drops it back to Sisti. He sends it to Simpson. Now over to the far side of Loesch. Back to Simpson. Now to Sisti. Down to the middle. Shot by Heyman. In perfect spot. Got a good piece of it. Icing will be the call. And a face-off draw to the right of Indiana's goalie. 40 on the clock. And 1:14 left in the power play opportunity. Fresh legs come on for the Preds. Same for Indiana. We'll have Reg taking the face-off. He's got Gorzica, Towery, Ronane, and Carney. Face-off draw to the corner. Held at the blue line. Carney, he walks across. Sends it back to Towery, now to Carney. Back to Towery, he looks across, sends it to the far side to Ronane. Tries to get it through traffic. Ronane on the backhand, sends it back to the blue line. Thrown in front, blocker save, tipped in. Oh, tap in by Reg. Loose puck by Indiana. Puck was just bouncing behind the goalie. Little tap in by Reg, and that makes it 3-1 on the power play for the Preds. I don't ever like seeing those. It's tough. It's like, oh, you made the save.
You might need this third. It's a comeback beer. It's a comeback beer.
Cheers. 3-1. I just realized I left Breezer in the car. So there won't be any Breezer entertainment for between periods. My bad. Davis on the wall finds Carney. Carney sends it ahead. Picked up by Indiana. Sent back out into the neutral zone. Trip. Not a trip, actually. It was just a skater fell down. Puck back behind Jonesy, picked up by Towery. Send up to Davis, tipped out of the zone. That'll come short of the baseline, so the play continues. No icing. Indiana turns it back, picked up by Carney. Tipped away by Indiana. They drive to the net. Jonesy seals off the left side, puts a body on it. Back to Towery. He circles, sends it around the rim, gets it to Davis. He sends it high off the glass. Put into the zone, no icing. Played by Indiana, brings the line change for the Preds. Sent up ice. Indiana tried to take advantage of the line change and create a break. Nice tip by Graham. Keeps it, kicks it out, tries to kick it out. Now Loesch. Still can't get it over that blue line. Strong play by Indiana at the blue line. They're making it tough to get it out. Heyman skates it ahead, gets across to the red line. Now blue line, gets to the corner. Puts the brakes on, gets doubled up in the corner. Gets help by Halter. Farragut steps in, gets a piece of it, sends it back into the corner. Now to Heyman. Picked up by Indiana. They send it up the wall. They paused and skated out, across the red line the other direction. Nice pickup by Graham on the D. Covered by Jonesy, gets a piece of it. Oh, right through the crease, over to the near corner. Sent hard out of the zone. That'll bring icing. With 5:03 on the clock. 3-1's your score. Second period is the frame we are in. Good back and forth here by both sides. Gorska, Loesch, Ronane, Reg. Simpson. Ronayne looks, draws it behind him. Picked up by Loesch. He wraps it to the far corner. Weird hop off the wall. Got away from Gorzyka. Now back to Loesch. A repeat. He gives it to Simpson. Simpson up to Gorzyka. Indiana does a good job sealing the wall, keeping the puck. Now pushed out by the Preds in the neutral zone. Gathered by Loesch. He sends it up, gives it right back to Indiana. Simpson steals the puck, moves it to the near boards, into the corner. Tipped out by Edge. Taken back by Indiana. Loesch in the corner, cuts off his man. Sent out of the zone, nope. Kept in by Indiana. Shot goes wide. Went off of the stick of Jonesy, just left of the far post. Oh, we're caught in transition. That's a bad line change right there. A 4-on-1. Oh, huge play. Nice job by Simpson. He was left of the 4-on-1 on the line change. Got a good piece of it. Heyman with a nice little tapper. Nice feed by 12. He gave a sauce pass to Heyman. He got a piece of it, got it to the net on a nice break. Carney found a shin pad back the other way on Indiana. Big save by Jonesy off the mask and into the corner. Jonesy standing on his head down there, making some big plays. He's had too many breakaways already in this game, at least 3. Odd man rushes, stays focused. Centering pass paddled away by Jonesy, finds Heyman. Heyman moves up the middle. He's got a trailer, 2 in front, swings it out to Sisti. Sisti puts it off the pads. Picked up by Indiana. Good work on transition, just a 2-on-3 back the other way. Now Indiana sends it right back. Cowrie pokes it away, gets to Heyman. Now loose in front, sent wide right of Jonesy. Down to the far corner, Minnie, loose in front. Indiana, kick pad. Right side by Jonesy, back up the middle, over to Howard. He looks ahead. Ackright has to pull up. Howie looks, fires. Loose puck in front, off of the glove, covered by Indiana. Yeah, he's finding the post and he's sealing those edges. Yeah, 4-on-1. Woo. Staying calm. Davis comes in for the draw, left of Indiana's goalie with Howard and Ackright. Minnie and Graham on D. Into the corner, Indiana controls it, fans on it. They send it up the middle. Turn it back the other way. Boys on retreat, nice pickup by Minnie. He heads off. Indiana in the corner, gets double teamed. Davis takes a knee at the corner, stays with it, gets help by Minnie. Moving up the near board is Howard. Indiana takes it back, moves it to center ice, crosses the blue line. Shot, blocker save, Jones. Into the corner, picked up by Minnie. Now Davis sends it over to the far side to Ackright. He chips it across. Tries to get it across that blue line again. Minute 35 on the clock, second period, 3-1. Preds up on Indiana. Tipped away, Davis, he's got room to skate. 1 trailing, 2 in front. He'll look, fires. Left pad, saved by Indiana. Davis will go off, on will come Sisti. Indiana walks around, tries to do a wraparound, thinks twice about it. Deflected by Farragut into the corner, picked up by Minnie behind the net. Now moved up to Halter. He comes up the near wall. Chips it to Farragut. Farragut dumps it to the corner. Sisti gives chase. Picked up by Indiana. Nice stop there. 13. Ward at the blue line. Tried to keep it. 45 ticks on the clock. Sisti behind the net. It's upended. Lifts it high out of the zone. Little bouncing puck, anybody's puck. Don't fight over it. Halter and Farragut trying to both battle for the puck. Loshi taking off the puck. Now move Farragut. He got a piece of it. Back to Simpson. He moves it across the line. Picked up by Loesch. Loesch has got room to skate. He comes through, shoots. Paddle save, double tap. Nice play. I like that. I'll give Indiana that. Made a stick save, popped a wheelie in front of him, and he batted out of the air and knocked it out of play, or away from the net. 2 seconds, 0 seconds. We're at the end of 2, 3-1. Preds up on Indiana. We'll be back in 60. All right, we're back. Period number 3. Coming at you. Strap yourself to the couch, like I usually say. We don't know what's going to happen here, but should be good. I'm sure Indiana's going to be amped up to get back in this thing. They're only down 2, so I'm sure they got enough talent over there to make it a tight finish. Boys just got to D up and play strong. Puck is loose behind Indiana goalie. Fitzy at the corner. He's down on a knee, picked up by Sisti. Carney gets spun around, kept it in. Now Towery. No ice cleaning today, folks, so we're going to have straight through games. No interruptions other than a 1-minute intermission between periods. At center ice, Indiana walks through, drops it to the far side. Shot goes wide. Off the glass, picked up by Howie. Knocked away by Indiana. Ref provides a nice roadblock. You couldn't see it because I can't tilt that far down. Ackright gathers and makes his way to the net. Gets taken down. No whistle. Looked like a trip. Howard at the blue line and the red line, kind of in the middle there. He gets helped by 14, Davis. They dig away at it. Indiana comes up with the puck. Nice back check there by 14. Rides his man to the corner. Nice work. Moved over to the far side. Picked up by Howard. Oh, Howard overskated there. He lifts it up on the backhand. Glove down by Indiana. Dumped in. The ref is struggling to move his feet. He's either in the way with the bodies or in the way by the puck. Ronayne steps in, gets a piece of the puck. Gets helped by Minnie, number 22 in the corner. Whack-a-mole going on over there. Anybody's puck. Still banging away is Ronan. He freezes it at the wall. He's got a skate on it. Lifts it up out of the zone, tries to get it out, and does. Forces Indiana to retreat a little bit. Knocked out of the zone by Graham. Sent cross ice. Picked up by Minnie. Gets it off the glass, the glove down by Indiana. They force their way through, step in. Nice back check by Minnie. Lifts the stick on the shooter. Takes away the shooting opportunity for Indiana. Graham off the wall, finds Gorzica. He tries to send across the middle and wears his shoulder doing it. Now Minnie brings it across, dumps it into the corner on the far side. Provides a line change. 14 and 8 come on quickly. Back comes Simpson. Gets a piece of it at the blue line. Halters, scoots it across ice, gets it to the other zone, and icing is waved off. Puck did not reach the baseline or goal line. Farragut gives chase. Now Loshi. In the corner, Indiana puts the brakes on, goes to center. Point blank shot, pad save. Jonesy kicks it to the far corner. Nice work by Jonesy with the right pad. Farragut sends it back behind the net for Indiana, or behind Indiana's goalie. Follows it up. Far corner, Indiana kicks it back behind the net. And Indiana sends it all the way down ice. Icing is the call. 13-16 on the clock, third period, 3-1. Preds up 2 on Indiana. Face off in Indiana's zone to the right of their goalie. Heyman will take the face-off draw. He's got Sisti and Fitz left and right. Cowrie and Carney on the D line. Sisti behind the net. Finds Heyman, now over to Fitz. Fitz is strong along the wall. Heyman comes in to help. Trying to pick the puck away. At the corner, free it up. Heyman stays with it behind the net. Indiana takes it back. Now Heyman. He's low behind the net. Taken away by Indiana. They move it up ice. Across the red line and chip it. Picked up by Carney. He finds Sisti. Sisti's got some room to skate. Bumps it off of the low rail. And offsides. Barely offsides. I think Sisti getting tied up at the wall created just enough speed by the other two skaters to create the offside. So face-off draw in the neutral zone. 14, Davis will step in for the draw with Ackright and Fitz, or Howard, number 28. Fitz is 29, Howard's 28. They're the same size. I mix them up all the time. Ackright chips it off the glass, sends it to the corner. Indiana takes it cross ice, sends it up the middle. 2-on-1 coming back. Loesch tries to take this passing lane away and does. Back the other way. Pass just out of the stretch from Ackright. Up ice, sends the puck down low. Back behind the net, played by the goalie for Indiana. Chip to the center by Indiana. Now they send it across the red line. Graham fell down. Loesch gives chase. Trailer on the fall down, creates the breakaway, makes it 3-2. They took advantage of a fall down. That's a good play. 2 crash in the net.
Fall down happens, you guys. Everybody crash.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody crash.
3-2, folks. 3-2. Indiana grabbed a goal there on a fall down little breakaway. They crashed the net. Swept the puck and
Fall down.
I know. But it's happening a lot on both sides.
Yeah,
Everybody's like falling. So 3-2. We knew it's going to be tight and it's not going to be easy. So boys got to keep banging away. Good matchup though. Offsides is the call. A little push there from Indiana, I don't know what for, but we'll have a face-off in front of the Preds bench in the neutral zone. 11:42 on the clock, 3-2. Preds only up 1. They're getting chippy over on the wing. Reg is trying to charge in a little bit, and he does. He comes right back. They go at it again. Now they talk. And Reg wore that one. He got taken down. Gorzica at the wall. Now Ronayne. Reg comes in. Somebody's going to get a whistle here. These two are banging away at each other. Gorzica comes across. Puck taken away by Indiana. Out to the red line. Graham sends it over to Minnie. Minnie dumps it up to Reg. Reg comes in. Sizes up. Wipe out by Indiana. Now to Gorzica. Oh, nice pass cross ice to Reg, but defense got a piece of it. Towery at the wall, stays with it. Tries to move it down to Reg. Gets it back. Now loose at the blue line. Ronayne keeps it, sends it into the corner. Line change for the Preds. Free puck for Indiana. They turn it up. Finish that right there. Go get them, 14. Let's go. Carney behind the net. Towery comes in to lend a hand. Indiana keeps it. Sends it out to the blue line. He looks, shot in front. Deflected to the corner by Carney. Picked up by Indiana. Cycled to the middle. Shot. Glove side. That pressure. Looked like maybe a screen, but burned to the left side. Glove side. Indiana knots it up at 3. 10:24 on the clock, third period. 3-3 is the score. Oh, this thing's great, man.
Lifesaver.
I only got 2, so I only brought 1 this time.
The Cabela's down the road.
Oh, good. I'll be going to replenish. We are 3-3, folks. Indiana bringing some pressure. They've got 2 goals here in the third. Preds at the blue line, trying to mount some offensive pressure back the other way. 10 minutes left here in this opening game. Nice hit there by Fitzy. Sisti gets the puck, takes it to the red line. Boys trying to bring it. Here comes Heyman. Nice hit by Heyman. Line change by Indiana. Simpson puts the brakes on, sends it up ice, chipped by Fitz and tipped into the Preds bench.
Yeah, that felt like it hit something.
Yeah.
Weird bounce.
You know, it's funny, I don't know, I'm not a ref, but they all lean over the rail. It's like, push them back. And some lean way over. Face off in the neutral zone. Davis, Ackright, and Howie. Howie with the puck. He gets dumped, almost dumped into the Indiana bench, and a whistle is blown. Must be an offsides.
Yeah, offsides.
Clean hit.
Yeah, I thought so.
Howie almost got upended and joined the Indiana bench. Kept one leg over the rail, though. Indiana carries it in. Nice takeaway by Ackright. He's by himself. He's got 3 in front of him, so he's going to dump it. Puts it in the corner, dump and chase. Picked up by Indiana. Graham keeps it in at the blue line. Sends it to Howard. Picked up by Indiana. They cross ice. Nice steal in front. Shot in front. Loose puck. Another loose puck. Reg with the shot goes wide. Howie knocking on the doorstep, trying to pick up the loose puck. Got a piece of it. Davis centers it. Nobody there. Gorzica comes in. Gets a piece of it to keep it in the zone. Davis goes off. On comes Ronayne. Minnie with the steal. Carries it across. Gets to the blue line. Takes it to the low corner. Centering pass. Indiana's goalie got a piece of it. Deflected in the corner from Reg's attempted
Oh, 25.
shot. Sent all the way down ice. No icing. Died at the crease, right in the snow. Towery hustled back. Nice tip away there by Minnie. Towery working through traffic. Gets a little help from Minnie on the backside. Now Reg, he's got 3 skaters in front. He dumps it in, and line change coming for the Preds. For 7:50 on the clock. Farragut keeps it, moves it to the wall, into the corner. Taken back by Indiana in the neutral zone. Tipped into the corner, picked up by Carney. Carney turns it up the wall. Tipped out by Farragut. Picked up by Halter. Davis hustles along the far wall, cuts to the middle, cuts across, gets through traffic. Looks, shot goes off the skate as he fell down. That's all he could really do with it, though. Had the lane to cut across the ice. Davis will come off. On comes Heyman. A lot of snow buildup in front of the benches on that side, so whistle and a penalty. Right at the time Heyman took the shot.
Right.
So
That was the right call.
what did he get?
I think he was just far enough away from the boards, where it was about 3 foot away.
Dang it. Farragut on the roughing
From
call.
what I could see.
I didn't see it because I was looking back at, I was talking about the snow in front of all the benches
Also important.
where the puck just dies.
Also important.
Yeah. So we got to kill this 2-minute penalty at 7 minutes, third period. Farragut on the roughing. Indiana trying to set up power play. Lifted high out of the zone and looks like it got a piece of the net and out of play. So face off to the left of Jonesy. 5-on-4. We're killing the next minute and 49 seconds. Heyman on the draw. Simpson creeping with Indiana's winger. Chip to the blue line, kept in by Indiana. Cross ice pass. Through the middle, tipped away by Simpson. Now Heyman. Back to the middle. Lifted high out of the zone by Loesch. Oh, that kills it. No icing. That's waved off. Nice hustle by Heyman. He gets down there. The snow is thick on the ice because that puck normally goes all the way across the goal line.
Guys,
Yeah.
3 attack.
4.
What are you doing here? There you go.
4 on. Nice job by Heyman, battling 3-4 guys in the corner. Indiana brings it back. Carney takes the angle. Holds off Indiana. Back behind the net, behind Jonesy. Drop pass, now out to the blue line. Indiana trying to set it up. Shot, covered by Jonesy. Got a good look there. Wears it off the belly, traps it with the glove. That brings the face off to his right. Halter will come on. He's joined with Towery, Carney, and Davis. Davis will take the draw. 54 seconds to kill. 5:58 on the clock. 3-3 is your score. A lot of action here. Like I said, tie yourself to the couch because this is not going to be a slow finish. Out to the blue line. Tipped by Halter. Sent out of the zone by Carney. That'll die at the circle on the far side. 38 seconds to kill. Drop pass by Indiana. Out to the blue line. They skate across the red line. Get through the middle. Halter gives chase. Nice job. Way to go, E. Easton playing strong on the D side on the back check. With the blue line flipped in front. Hip wide. Left over to Davis. He chips it out of the zone. Forces a reset. 13 seconds to kill. One last opportunity. Nice takeaway by Towery. Disrupts. Halter comes over. Bodies up. Takes on 2. Keeps it at the wall. 1 second. We are free and clear. Back to 5-on-5 hockey. Sisti comes on. Towery sends it down ice on a rolling puck. Sisti tries to give chase, but not enough. Rolling pucks are never going to get caught. I don't care how fast you are. So we'll have a face-off draw to the left of Jonesy on the icing. Most important, we killed an important power play for Indiana. Yeah. Very timely. Now we got to capitalize. If we're going to do something here, let's do it now. Aiming at the... Deflected by Graham. Loose in front. Picked up by Minnie. Moved to the corner. That was a close one. Tipped by Sisti on the backhand. He finds Fitz. Fitz crosses it over to Heyman. He gets cut off at the Indiana bench. And the puck turns over to Indiana. They'll set up behind the net, break it out. Cut it up the middle. Let's not get caught on our heels, boys. Let's go. Don't let them through. No! Nice job, Jonesy. Jonesy with a huge save. Props to Indiana. He just carved through traffic like butter. Can't do that. Put a body on him. Upend him or something. Nice job by Jonesy, number 1. Stays patient in that crease. Howard, Simpson, Ackright, Davis, Loesch. Davis at the dot on the far side. Good draw by Indiana. Deflected by the blocker of Jonesy. Nice battle by Howard. He chips it out of the zone. Breaks past one. Centering pass. Knocked down by Indiana. Into the corner. Howard stays with it. He's tied up. Stays with the puck. Nice play. Way to work. Works the wall. Doubled up. Loesch and Simpson. Simpson on the far side. Takes it off the wall hard and icing. That's a bullet right there. So the table will be reset. We got 3:50 on the clock. 3-3 on the board in the third period. Can't say deuces are wild. What do you say the triples are? 3-3 and 3.
3 minutes up.
I know, right? Ronayne on the draw. At the dot. Wins it. Gets it over to Reg. He moves it up to Gorsica. Back to Reg. Reg gets upended in the corner. Goes down. Over to Gorsica. Back the other way. Cowrie hustling back. Carney comes across. Shot goes just wide right of Jonesy. Indiana had the pace coming back the other way. Reg steals the puck. Takes it up ice. He looks. He's got the shooting lane. Winds up. Sends it to the left and flipped out of play with the paddle by Indiana. Broken up. Face-off will be to the right of Indiana's goalie. We'll have Farragut and Halter, Loesch, Simpson, Davis. Davis will take the draw. He's a lefty. He's going to draw it back to Halter. And Indiana with the draw win. Out to Loesch. He keeps it in, sends it high into the corner. Picked up by Farragut. Now Indiana wraps it to the near corner. They try to move it up to center. Nice takeaway by Halter. Holding the wall, Davis centers it. Finds Indiana. Indiana turns it back. They cross the blue line. Nice step up by Simpson. Almost lost his stick. Gets it back to Loesch. Loesch turns it up ice. Carries it into the corner. Stays with it. Now Halter. Keep it going, boys. Keep it going. Halter knocking on the doorstep. Bangs it through. 53. Works his way to the net. Picks up a loose puck in the corner. Cuts back through the slot. And puts it through the 5-hole for Indiana. Puts us up 4-3 at 2:37 on the clock. That's just one of those ugly pressure goals. Just attack the net and try to dig something out, make it happen. So great job by Halter, 53. Puts us up 4-3 with 2:37 on the clock. Hope you're strapped down. This is going to be an intense 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Sisti sends it to the far corner, back behind the net of Indiana. Heyman lost his skate or his edge. He flips it off the blocker of Indiana's goalie right after he fell down. So way to stay with it, 24. Still with it, Fitzy, now to Towery. He sends it back to Carney. Carney at the blue line, or the red line. Now a 2-on-1. Nice job by Carney on the back check. Now Heyman overskates the puck. It's slowed up in the snow over there. big old snowdrift on that side because that's where the boys come off the ice. Centering pass through traffic, finds escape by Towery. Taken away by Indiana, minute 50. Fitzy goes to the corner, Sissy behind the net. Indiana takes two of us deep. Nice hit, a shoulder check there by Heyman. Bumps his man off the puck. Picked up by Towery. Moves over to Carney. Carney looks up ice. Finds Sistia across the red line. Puck hung up again. Sends it to the corner to Ackright. Minute 23. He'll pin it at the wall. Just hold it there. Kill some time. Just kill it. Kill it. Kill it. Kill it. Kill it. Howie comes in behind the net. Keep the pressure on that side. They can't go 6-on-5 and clear the net. Nice play at the wall. Ackright. Davis working in front of the Indiana bench. Indiana turns it up. Dumps it in the zone. Now to Minnie. Minnie sends it off the wall. Deflected by Indiana. Now at the blue line. Out of the zone. Forces Indiana to reset. 45 seconds. Stay strong, stay strong, stay strong. Loshi. Loshi hits the ref. Tries to bank it off the wall. Finds an open slot. Oh, puck hung up by the shooter for Indiana. Poked out to the blue line. Now Howard, he sends it down. Empty net. Finds an empty net. Howard. Nice job, boys. 28 seconds on the clock. Great pressure by the Preds last minute. I'll thank the ice and the snow on the ice because Indiana had a shooter right in front of Jonesy, and the puck got hung up when he tried to throw it to the forehand, and that really helped us. So, but good relentless play by the D. Ronade on the face-off, 28 seconds. Indiana with the puck. 5-3 is your score. Ain't over till it's over, though. Indiana working, trying to find their way through. Nice check there by Ricky. Attaboy. Pushes the puck. 10 seconds left. That's huge, boys. That's huge. Final ticks, final sounder. And there you have it, folks. 5-3 is your score. Huge play by the boys. Jonesy, big in the pipes today. Great game. Good solid play by the boys on both sides. Good clean game. Good hits, good shots, good opportunities. Great way to start the weekend. So we'll be back tomorrow morning at 10:50 Eastern time. Game number 2. I think we play Wisconsin. So till then, have a great night. Thanks for joining. And if you're Indiana fans, thanks for being here.